Now we have a little tiny weeny section which we're gonna start shouting out the podcasts. Tonight it's on. So, and the shout out, so let me say the name right. What is THANS? Basically, THANS is short for the Here and Now Show. So it's THANS, THANS Radio Podcast. So this radio podcast, to our understanding, there is nothing like this in the GCC and possibly in the whole wide world. It's a new concept, it's evolved around us, so, and our marketplace. So the idea of this, we're gonna talk from professional to professional, from an artist to an artist, from a tradesman to a tradesman, from a musician to a musician, from a businessman to a businessman. And you get to listen into the conversations, get learned and educated to go out there and achieve your full potential and be shameless about it. It's very simple. There is a sole purpose of THANS is for business to business and for people to collaborate and do great things within their mindset and chasing the dream and losing some and winning most. So, and this is sole purpose. It's basically, it's going to be a business radio. So that's what it is. But right now it's online radio podcast. And we come up with it as an original idea. Actually, it developed, we've been practicing this thing, podcasting, for the last 2.5 years. I was really rubbish when I started doing it, but I am getting better as we go. But the sole purpose for this is to educate people about business and make an incredible thing. And we collaborated with a lot of key players here in the UAE, and the Hype podcast is one of them with Steve and Munir. The Hype podcast is one of them. It's going on tonight. So if you don't know, now you know. So they have an incredible podcast tonight. It's 8 p.m. Make sure, and it's episode 8 as well. It's 88888. Check it out on their social media. And to be exact, it's called the Hype DXB podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and all of the relevant channels on the social media. 8th podcast with Steve and Munir. You guys done an incredible job. So if you don't know, now you know. And this is sole purpose of the Hype DXB podcast. And we were honored to be associated with those boys, Steve and Munir, legends in your own rights, events, monsters you guys are. Okay. So this is a shout out for the podcast for tonight with Stephen Munir. It will be on all the audio channels as well. So if you are a podcast listener, do your thing. Same as this show will be available on dxbfirst.com podcast audio channels and all of our social media.